Swing low, sweet chariot, come by to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, come by to carry me home. Yes, Dr. Trey's grandmother. You guys don't know, we gotta send our well wishes and our condolences to Dr. Trey's family. I just left his repast. And, you know, the anguish, you know, Dr. Trey had the Operation Platinum. Saying, yeah, come on, Nintendo fans. Let's show Nintendo in the world, in the gaming community, we do buy adult games. And how you guys, oh, you Wii U weirdos, Wii U homosexuals flapping your arms on the internet. Yeah, day one. So Bayonetta 2 launched in Japan. And with the Wii U at an installed base of just about 2 million units, it's 1.9 and some change. Like I said, it's very close to 2 million units. And, you know, Bayonetta 2 was supposed to be their flagship title, you know. And the Bayonetta 2 in Japan only sold 38,000 copies with an installed base of 2 million. I repeat again, Bayonetta 2 sold 38,000 units. I think 38,388 units with an install base of about 2 million. And to put that in perspective, I think I read somewhere, well, the PS4 sits at about 900,000 units and was able to sell, close to, I think, 100,000 units of Destiny in Japan. Now, listen, just hear me out. You know, he had this whole Operation Platinum, and, you know, you guys was all on the wrong, you know what I mean? But, like I said, I just left Dr. Trey's repast, Beyond the Body, and I spoke to his grandmother, and she said that, you know, Tahir, you know, she called him Tahir, you guys called him Trey. She said, Tahir, she said, you know, that he just couldn't, you know, he refused to grow up, because maybe if he did, he couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. He said as a child, you know, Tahir's father would promise him week after week that he would come pick him up. So he stayed in the doorway with his Mario shirt on, his Mario PJs, and his Mario lunchbox. And sometimes his father would show up drunk with the Ronald McDonald costume. He was, you know, that was his part-time job. He used to work at McDonald's, his father. And he's coming to his house with his red wig and his big red nose, you know, and he had this, you know, he had these tricks. But his father was drunk, so he got fired from McDonald's because someone sat on his lap and it was like, you know, I'm going to leave that alone. But anyway, this is a sad time right now, you know, because I just knew that Bayonetta 2, because let them say, they said that Bayonetta 2 was going to outsell Sunset Overdrive. And I'm not going to say no names because these guys don't pay their best anyway. They went on the record and said they bet me that Bayonetta 2 was going to outsell Sunset Overdrive. Come by to carry me home, swing low, sweet chariot. The repast, the old people furniture. Come by to carry me home. And then, like I said, you Wii U dudes, man, you guys are funny. I remember when the Wii U was first announced, and you guys were jumping up and down saying how much powerful it was, and it was going to destroy the PS3. It was going to destroy the 360 in terms of graphics. And even shout out to Dark Cloud, wherever he's at. Even he was a Nintendo dude somewhat. And he went on the record as saying, like, you do realize that the Wii U was not in competition with the 360 and the PS3. But they was jumping up and down about these supposedly 2 gigs of RAM. And they was going to have the definitive version of all your favorite games. And here it is, the Wii U can't get the definitive version of one game. And if you guys just say, you know what, next gen, you're just hating on the Wii U. 90% of you guys that are going to watch these videos that are Nintendo dudes, you don't even own a Wii U. I, unlike yourself, I went out and bought the Nintendo console day one. And when I bought that console, here I'm buying a console in 2012 that couldn't do the basic shit that the original Xbox was doing in 2002. Join session in progress. You know, I mean, game invites, voice chat mandatory for every game. You know what I mean? Like, here it is, you're going to have Tekken Tag Tournament on your console. but I can't fight my friends. We gotta do a certain type of search and hit the button at the same time. Like, what is that, man? And I bought into the hype. You know what I mean? They said Nintendo will no longer be left behind. Then Dr. Trey, I tried to warn him. I tried to tell him, you know what I mean? He was all on Twitter, social media, asking Jeff Keighley and all these people, were they body ready? Talking about Destiny. Are they asking grown men on the internet, were their bodies ready? You know what I mean? But I can say I do no more. You know what I mean? Dr. Trey's grandmother, strong black woman. Swing low, sweet chariot, come on and carry me home. You know, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say, but yeah. And then remember when Nintendo guys were saying that Nintendo, the Wii U, had more 1080p games than the Xbox One. You remember that? Yeah, Smash Bros. Was supposed to be 1080p, 60 frames per second. Remember that? Bayonetta 2 was 1080p, 60 frames per second. Remember that? Oh, Mario Kart 8 was supposed to be, 1080p, 60 frames per second. I want you guys to realize, and again, I'm not hating. And like I say, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? Here it is. Mario Kart 8 was a huge success for the Wii U. It sold about 2 million units. Some numbers. But it really didn't move any hardware. And the reason why I see that, because after their biggest title to date, Mario Kart 8, they still only sold 70,000 units for the month of August, You understand what I'm saying? So you guys say, wait till this come out. Wait till the new Mario come out. Listen. You had Mario Kart 8. You had Mario Kart on the GameCube. You had all types of Marios on the GameCube. You had all types of Zeldas, Star Fox, and all that on the GameCube. And guess what? The GameCube still finished in last place. You understand what I'm saying? You need more than just Mario. I'm sorry. No one's going to go out there really and spend $300 just to play Mario games. Like, it's a console for kids. They don't even have midnight launches for their games. You understand what I'm saying? Why? Because Nintendo, I remember because I was trying to get my Wii U, and I'm calling around, my GameStop, they said, no, Nintendo, we're not allowed to do midnight launches. You know what I mean? This is real shit. There are no midnight launches for any Wii U game, anything Nintendo related. They don't want because know why? They don't want the kids out that late. They got school. That's like, that console is for children. That console is for children. Nintendo did not want their consoles released at midnight. Now, I am a 36-year-old man. Nintendo, once again says it was okay for me. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video alone, man. But Bayonetta 2, I told you guys, and like I said, like I told you guys before, I have bet several people in this YouTube community, and none of them have ever paid me. A Nintendo guy, Nintendo Joe, he bet me $60 for a video game. He said the Wii U was going to outsell the PS4 and the Xbox One last holiday season. He shut his channel down. We all know I bet Dr. Trey $50. He said the Wii U was sold 10 million units in 1 year. Here it is going on 2 years. It still ain't sold 10 million units. He tried to pay me with some eShop points. And you guys wonder about the whole, with the Black Bond thing. And again, if those who don't know, I never said I wouldn't show. But if I said if it meant that much to him, for him to buy the cards and for him to meet me in Skype. And I've also said if I didn't show my PC, my specs, and the receipt, anything that he wanted to see, that I would give him $300 and shut my channel down. My word is my bond. You all know that $300 ain't about nothing to me. But anyway, I'm going to leave this alone. But, all I got to say is RIP to the Wii U. Come by to carry me home.